Good morning. We just came from Mount Zion from the room of the Last Supper, and we're heading now to the high priest's house. Are you ready for that tour? Yes, we are. Praise God. In that case, we are at Peter in Gallicantu. Peter, we know Peter. In Gallicantu, it's when the cock crows, and you can see that there is the rooster made of gold. And we already, I mentioned that we came from the room of the Last Supper, because that's where Jesus told St. Peter, you're going to deny me 3 times before the rooster will call. And St. Peter said, no, I'm not going to do that. I would prefer to die and not to do that. And that's what's actually happened. Then the story tells us, after the room of the Last Supper, they went to Garden of Gethsemane. It was captured by the Jews and the Romans. He came to here, to the high priest's house, to the Sanhedrin, and we are right here. And then the high priest asked him, are you the Messiah? And he said, yes, I am. For him it was more than enough. Then in that case, St. Peter was with him, but a little bit far. He wasn't close to him. And we already talked about Reza. He denied Jesus 3 times. Now, let's look at the door, because it actually takes us back to the room of the Last Supper, the place that we just came from. And beautiful doors. One side, no, I'm not going to deny you. Judas, as I believe is that one, and you can see the rooster, and you can see Jesus. You are going to do that. Then, are we ready to enter? Let's enter. Thank you. That church was built at the 5th century, and pilgrims who came to here already mentioned it here. Then, if we are talking about the area, then it might be the area. Look how beautiful is that mosaic floor from 5th century. That church has been destroyed a few times by the Muslims, by the Persians. It was built a few times, but that church that we are visiting is only from 1931. Then let's enter to 2 beautiful parts of the church, but it's not part of the prison of Christ that we are going to visit. And as you can understand, we are the only one here. Yes, now, the most important, the most beautiful part of that church is the roof. Look at the beautiful cross with the stained glass, and represent the 12 disciples, and Jesus as the ruler of the world above us. And let's go to see that beautiful mosaic. You can see there Jesus in chain. The high priest is there, and let me read it for you. And if you will go to, I think it's Mark 14, in the Sanhedrin, the high priest asked him, are you the Messiah? And Jesus answered, I am. And you will see the Son of Man sitting at the right hand of the Mighty One, and coming on the clouds of heaven. Then that is beautiful, because I want you to see something here. Look at above Jesus. You can see God, and God is hiding the sin from himself. And let me, wait a minute. All right, let me put it here. I want you to see it. Look at the God. Can you see God eyes? And later on, you can see that the angels are bringing down the cross that Jesus will use soon. This is a very very important scenery for me. It's such a beautiful place. Then there's so many things to see here from the room of the Last Supper, because there's a huge connection. Oh, thank you very much. To here, and maybe the Pontius Pilate next to him, and you can be here for hours, but we are heading, if it's okay by you, Reza?
Yes, sir.
To the second. Oh, it's beautiful to see here Jesus denying, St. Peter denying Jesus. Oh, see, just I talked about it, you can hear the bell, and it's a beautiful Russian icon. You can recognize St. Peter with the key to heaven, and Jesus right there. And let's continue. Let's leave that beautiful place. The church belongs to the Assumptionist order, which is a French Catholic order that deals with the Assumption of Mary. Then we are on the way to the crypt, but before that, we will enter to see another place, and the church is for us. Reza,
Yes, sir.
why are the tourists? I don't know why they're not actually reaching here. This is such an important place. You can see the bedrock, and you can see one of the crosses that the Assumption Order used to carry with them when they came for the first time to the Holy Land. And I think it's 1882. But the most important thing here is about that. St. Peter, you can see the rooster, you can see the place that he actually sat and said, "No, I'm not the one." Remember the lady, the servant, asking for twice, "Are you from the Galilee? You are part of him." I mean, he looks different, he talks different, the accent was different. And it looks like the cock rose already, and look what's happening to the eyes of both of them, of Jesus and St. Peter. They are looking at each other. The next thing that will happen to St. Peter, he will fall to the ground and he will cry, because he knew the mistake that he did. And as I told you, Reza, my mother, I was so annoyed by that. My mother said, "You're looking at St. Peter as God." He's not. He's a human being. And you made so many mistakes in your life as well.
Yeah.
And I did. Another thing that happened to Jesus, that after is the resurrection of Jesus, he appeared at the Sea of Galilee. And next time, Reza, we have to edit. We have to go to the Sea of Galilee. There's so many things that happened. 80% of the Bible is about the Sea of Galilee and Nazareth, not about Jerusalem. Then you can see that they tried to catch fish, and then someone told them, throw the net to the other side, and then they catch a lot of fish, and they realize that that was Jesus, and the first one to jump out from the boat was St. Peter, and he met Jesus. You can see the bread and the fish. And what is beautiful to see, it's a Catholic place, but the art is actually a Greek Orthodox. I love that idea that they are merged into one place, one nationality. Is that house of the Sanhedrin? Maybe. If the upper part is the house of Caiaphas, his bedroom, his kitchen, then maybe right here it's the house of the Sanhedrin. And here you can see the prison from above. And I don't know if you can see on the wall, there are 3 crosses from the Byzantine time that shows you that that place was here early than today. And I must say that when I'm reading pilgrimage stories, they mention that it was right here. Then the location might be the correct location, Reza. I want to say that Let me read it a little bit in Hebrew. The English version. Let's look for the English version. It's French placed, that the English is not the first language here. English. Well, no English? Yeah, there's no English. Then I will read it for you I believe. I believe in the forgiveness, and this is the most important thing. Forgiveness of sin. The Lord turned and looked at Peter. I believe that Jesus looked at me with mercy and forgiveness. And this is the story of the church. The mercy and the forgiveness. And in Hebrew, it's ani, the first two lines. Ani ma'amin b'mechilat chataim, אז פנה האדון והביט אל כיפה, כיפה את סנט פיטר. אני מאמין שישוע יביט בי באותו המבט מלא רחמים והסליחה. I love that. And this is the story of the church, the forgiveness, not that sad story that happened to St. Peter. The idea that everything was forgot. I mean, it's not a story of hate and sins. It's a story of forgiveness. St. Peter became the leader of the 12 later on, and according to the Catholic, he is the first pope. Then, the underground caves. There's so many things to see here. One of those places, as we believe, that was kind of a prison. And we know that some of the disciples were in jail, according to the book of Acts. And remember, the angel came and freed them, and they went straight to the temple to pray. Then here we believe that was a kind of a prison. How? Why? Then let's go. Oh, you can see it from here. Then he used to tie the hands right here, and another option there. And if you look at the wall, you can see a lot of it. Sadly, I think we cannot enter anymore to it. They close it, but they just left that part for us. And the most important part for us is go there. Rather go there and stand and look at the prison of Jesus. Because that was a prison for the common people. One of them, might be the place. And Reza, remember that I forgot to put the no? Yeah. Then I hope that they will listen to it too. That it will be easy to listen to it. But I think it's okay. Then let's go to the prison, and we are the only one here. From the prison, we will be able to see the holy stairs, and we have to see the view. This is an amazing statue of Jesus as the prisoner. Servant of God. This is such an amazing. Then let's go to the prison of Christ. But before that, then, although they actually talks about the prison here, at least at the beginning it was a mikveh. Remember, the Jews used to purify themselves. They went from here, they purified themselves, they went out from there. It wasn't as deep as today, but then they turned it into prison, and we believe that only important people were there, and Jesus was important enough to be here. And Reza, this is a place to pray if you want, especially when we are alone here and it's not so noisy. we saw the prison from that window. And this is the mikveh. Later on, they use it as a water cistern. Reza, take your time. They use it as a water cistern because there's no water in Jerusalem. There's only one spring. And then every place that they could, they use it as it is. And if it's the high priest's house, which it is, then he must have a mikveh, a Jewish ritual bath. Might be there. Maybe they built another one and they turned that into the prison. The secret pit, the dungeon. The view is amazing here. And it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. Servant girl said, "You also were with the Nazarene Jesus." But he denied it. "I don't know what you are. I don't know or understand what you are talking about," he said. The woman said it again. "Beware of the stairs. You are with them." He said, "No." He denied for the second time. And those standing near said to Peter, "Surely you are one of them, for you are a Galilean, people, a man from the Galilee." And he said, "I don't know this man you're talking about." And immediately the rooster crows the second time. And then Peter remembered the word that Jesus spoken to him. And he broke down and wept. And I want to show you an amazing statue of the bonfire. And Jesus was there. Raza, yes. You're here. And at nighttime it's nice weather, isn't it? Yeah. But we're talking about April. In April, it's excellent weather, but at nighttime it's freezing to death. Then to have kind of to warm yourself with a fire can be a very good idea. You can see the woman, the servant, and St. Peter, "No, what are you talking about? I don't know him." And the rooster is above, waiting for the third deny. Such a beautiful thing. Strong, isn't it? Yeah. Strong. Look how beautiful it is. The secret road from the Roman time. They took you from Garden of Gethsemane. Garden of Gethsemane, I don't know if you can see the shining dome. Wait. Of shining dome, you can see it. Of Mary Magdalene. Beneath it is Garden of Gethsemane. Then the way from Garden of Gethsemane is through City of David, and through those stairs will lead you to the high priest's house. Now, you might tell me, that building is new. But we already saw a little bit of the past there, but look at that. It's surrounded with so many evidence from the past that it shows you that two things. First of all, that it was a rich place because you can see that the houses aren't simple houses, and what you see is only the storerooms, but you can see that it's not like a poor place, and it's next to the main street from the Roman time, the secret stairs right here. Sadly, until COVID time, I could visit the village, From COVID time, they close it to us, but we can see a lot. Then what we can see from here, the Jewish quarter, and then the Dome of the Rock and the Al-Aqsa Mosque. But that was the Temple Mount that King Herod built, and that was the Jewish side. From here, you could see the Jewish temple instead of the Dome of the Rock, and the Jewish temple was between 2 to 3 times higher and bigger than the Dome of the Rock. Then you can imagine that the high priest's house was so close to the temple. And it's supposed to be close to the temple because the high priest's house, his job was there. He used to pray 3 times a year for the people. At his time, the time of Caiaphas, that was his job, to pray for the people. And Mount of Olives, you can see the tower, you can see it perfectly from here. And he ascended into heaven from there, and he promised us to come back. Again, from the same spot. And beneath it, you can see the white area of the Jewish cemetery in Reza. You actually been, we've been there yesterday, and 3 days ago, you actually went to the Absalom tomb as well. Then it's right here. Then, if you are okay with us, then first subscribe to our channel, and let's go to see the view from the other side. Is it okay, Reza?
Yes, please.
Is that an important place? It is.
Yes.
And why we are the only one? I don't know. Maybe because it costs 10 shekels? It's only 10 shekels. It's like $2.50. It's worth it. Reza?
Yes, sir.
Let's stand on the Roman holy stairs. This part is a present from the Assumption order, and you can actually maybe feel Jesus walking up as a prisoner like that. Sad, a little bit sad. Then let's continue up, and we can sing and dance here because we are the only one. I'm not going to do that, don't worry. But please come and visit that site. And the other side, if you want to see the area of the tomb of Judas, if you want to see hell, then follow us. Meanwhile, subscribe my to my YouTube channel, but here's as well, Reza. Now, we are at the viewpoint, and it's a beautiful viewpoint. This is Hell Valley. Kidron Valley is from there. Kidron Valley goes all the way to the Dead Sea. But that valley called Hell Valley. And in Hell Valley, Gay Ben Hinnom, there are a few important things. Can you see that monastery? It's a Greek Orthodox monastery. This is where, this is Hakeldama. This is where Judas is buried. Yeah, it is. To the right of it, there's a structure with a tree in it right now. This is tombs of crusaders, pilgrims who came to visit Israel and died here. They believe they actually threw the body from a hole on top of it, and they believe that the minute it touched the Holy Land, they already went up to and been together with Jesus. And there's so many tombs here, Jewish tombs from the time of Second Temple time. Why here? Remember, we are outside the city, and the Jews have been buried outside the city, and this is very important to understand. Tomorrow you can actually walk here, and they just built for the children a beautiful, you can see it, bridge. Can you see the bridge, Charles?
Yes, yeah.
And I can go up from one place to another. And sadly, the tomb of Judas is closed. They will open it only to Greek Orthodox group, and we are not a group. City of David is right here. We've been there, and we've been in this Pool of Siloam, and we heard something important. And look for the Pool of Siloam video of mine from today. Today it's 23rd, August 23rd. I'm not sure that I remember it. 22. Then August 22, look at my YouTube channel. You're gonna be surprised. And then the Holy Spring is there. City of David, the palace of King David that we actually visited yesterday is there. And Mount of Olives, but from here you can see it even better. You can see the Ascension Church. Remember that we already visited. And the Jewish Quarter, Dominus Flavit, Garden of Gethsemane Church. But look how beautiful is the Temple Mount that King Herod built. We already talked about it, and you can see Al-Aqsa Mosque and the Dome of the Rock, but the Dome of the Rock is the site of the Jewish temple. And we've been there. We're going there. We're going to climb it, and the Jewish Quarter is now there. Then, if you enjoyed that video of mine and Reza, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and send it to everyone, because I want everyone to visit Peter in Gallicantu, Caiaphas' house, the high priest house. Now, thank you for being with us. See you.
Shalom from Jerusalem.
Wait. Shalom.
Shalom from Jerusalem.
Shalom from Jerusalem.
Bye.
Bye. Great.